Good morning everybody. How are you children? Hope you to be very fine and safe in your home. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is chapter 16 of your EVMS book, and the topic is water in our lives. Children, in the previous chapter we have read about the importance of water and also the reasons why we need to save it. In this chapter, we'll see how water plays its roles in our life. So children, the first point is natural sources of water. So what is natural source of water? Yes children, natural source of water is the rivers, lakes, ponds, seas and ocean which are not man-made, and the water in these water bodies comes from the rain, and then these rain water, when it falls to the ground, it seeps into it and it maintains the water level of the earth. This water is obtained for our use when we dig wells, hand pumps or the tube wells. So let's see what mentioned in your book. Rain is the main source of water on earth. Rainwater reaches different water bodies like lakes, rivers, ponds, seas and ocean. People use water from rivers and lakes for domestic purposes. Water from seas cannot be used directly for domestic purpose because it is very salty. Okay, so we cannot use the water of seas and oceans because they are not fit for drinking. They are very salty. Some rain water seeps into the ground. Underground water can be drawn by digging wells, hand pumps and tube wells. Now children, how the water from the water bodies reaches our home and then we get it from our taps. Yes, water from rivers and lake reaches our home through pipelines. It is then stored in huge overhead or underground tanks. From here it comes to the taps in our houses. The water that comes in our tap is not very clean. It must be boiled or filtered before drinking. And children, nowadays we are having the ROs, the Kent, the Purette, the Aquaguard, and these help us to clean the water and add nutrients to it to make it suitable for drinking. Then volume and shape of water. Okay, take a jug full of water, a glass and a ball. Pour water from the jug into the ball and the glass. You will see that water will take the shape of the glass or the ball. We know children that water is a liquid and it does not have any definite size or shape. It takes the shape of the container in which it is filled up. Now try to pour all the water from the jug into the glass. You will find that the water overflows. This shows that a jug can hold more water than a glass. So now we know that water does not have a definite shape. It takes the shape of the vessel or the container it is poured into, or we say it is filled into. Different vessels can hold different amounts of water. Yes, a vessel which is big can hold more water. A vessel which is very small will hold less water. So, the amount of liquid water, okay, a container can hold is called its volume. So what is volume? The amount of water or liquid that a container can hold is called its volume, the volume of the container. Storage of water. So children, as we know, water is so precious and we need water for different uses in our life. We need to drink when we are thirsty. We need water to digest our food, to remove the waste from our body, to maintain our body temperature. We use water for cooking, sweeping, mopping, cleaning our vehicles, cleaning our clothes. Okay, so let's see how we can store water. In cities and towns, water is stored in containers made of metal. Example, steel, aluminum or plastic. We are having plastic drums on our what? Yes, on our roofs, so that we can store water in them. Fine. In most villages, people store water in earthen pots or in containers made of copper or brass. So we are using different vessels in our home to store water, and also we store water in our overhead tanks. Okay, on the roof of the houses we build tanks, cement tanks or your plastic tanks are made, and then we store water, and then from those tanks we have pipelines and the water comes through these pipelines to the tap, and then we use them in our washroom, in kitchen for different uses. Safe handling of water. Using water very safely is what we require, because if the water is contaminated with germs, bacteria and viruses, then it may cause disease and it may hamper our health. So let's see how we should use water. It is very important to store and handle drinking water properly so that it does not become dirty and unsafe for drinking. Given below are some ways to do so. Store water in clean containers. Keep the containers covered so that the insects cannot sit and cannot contaminate the water. The dirt that is flowing in the wind does not get mixed in the water. Okay, so to avoid the water getting dirty, we need to cover it. Clean the containers every day. Do not use water stored for many days for drinking. Use it for washing clothes, watering plants or mopping. Because what happens when the water is stored for many days? Bacteria starts growing in this water. Okay, small weeds. Okay, they start growing. Water plants, they start growing. So we should not drink those water. Take out water from deep containers with the help of a ladle. Do not put your hands into drinking water. It makes the water dirty. So we should use a ladle to take out water from deep containers. Then your water cycle. Yes, children, we get water from rain. When it rains, all your river, pond, lakes, ocean, seas, they get water. But children, we also have the sun, and when the sun rays, they fall on the water, what happens? The water changes into gas, and then it becomes vapor and rises up. That is called as your evaporation. Then when it reaches height, it becomes cool, and then it changes again into solid, and that is what is clouds. And when this clouds becomes more cooler and heavy, again what happens? the water comes to the earth in form of rain. So this cycles goes on and on. And this is what is called the water cycle. Water cycle is the change of water into water vapor and then back into water in nature. So see, from rain, okay, we get water on the earth. Then this earth water, it gets evaporated because of the sun. Then water vapor rises. Okay, water vapor cools to form clouds, and when these clouds become heavy, okay, again the water from the cloud comes to the earth in form of rainwater, and these cycles keeps on moving round and round and round. Rainwater harvesting. Children, as we already know that there is a scarcity of drinking water on earth. Only 1% of the water available on earth's surface is fit for drinking. So children, we need to save water and the natural source of water. The purest form of water is obtained by rain. So it is very important that we save this rainwater and make it fit for human use. This is what is called as rainwater harvesting. So let's see. We all face water shortage. This is because of the rapidly increased population. It is thus important for each one of us to save every drop of water and use it wisely. One way to save water is rainwater harvesting. In this, rainwater is collected and stored in underground reservoirs. It is then used for washing, bathing and other things. So, this is all about this chapter. Students, you go through this chapter line by line, and still if you are having any doubt, you can always call me. Thank you for watching the video. Have a good day ahead. Bye-bye.